On this episode, Central Alberta Victim and Witness Support Society.
That could be at 1 in the morning, 3 in the morning. You pull on your clothes and you go.
Welcome to Road to Hope. I'm your host, Bianca Jade. On this episode, we travel to Red Deer to be introduced to the Central Alberta Victim and Witness Support Society. The people there are sponsored by their volunteers. They're the backbone of their society and is about to witness as soon as the phone call is made. They dedicate their evenings to being first responders.
Phone rings, you answer it, you pull on your clothes and you go. And that could be at 1 in the morning, 3 in the morning. A volunteer advocate backs up the police. Short-term notice, being available right away. If there's a traffic accident, if there's a fatality, the police officer would take care of where the body is, getting in touch with the medical examiners. We take care of the family. Filling out a victim impact statement. We supply comfort. Is that a cup of tea? Is that offering to make phone calls to family members? Sometimes it's just somebody needs a hug, someone to hold their hand. And for me, it's about being there for somebody else in their worst moment. And although I'm a stranger, sometimes that's what they need, somebody who's just going to listen.
Hi, Daphne.
Hi, how you doing?
Thanks for coming out.
My experience with teaching safety courses, I thought would be valuable for call-outs. I just thought I could do this, that I could separate myself from the emotion to deal with tragedies. I worked with special needs for a good part of 20 years, where lots of suicide attempts, kids eating glass, cutting themselves, sexually abused, mentally abused, physically abused. So I think that in itself, along with what I do as a career, really put me in a good stance to understand what people are going through. My biggest fear was, what if I'm crying too, And I was told, hey, that's okay. That makes you real. Surprisingly, I've been able to be there for the person and keep my emotions in check, which I'm really proud of. And I think that comes from my experience of working with people. It was a suicide of a young lady. I knew that when I was going there, and you walk in and everybody is falling to pieces. And on my way there, I was going, oh my goodness, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna behave? I had butterflies in my stomach. And once I got out of that vehicle and walked in, everything disappeared and I zoned in. What do these people really need from me right now? I was sitting and I'm holding the lady's hand and she's making a phone call and she's crying and whoever she talked to said, who's that voice in the background? And she said, it's a volunteer from Victim Services and I am so grateful she's in this house. So I was like, wow, that was affirmation. I feel good, actually. I feel like I'm here for this person, and I hope that I give that vibe that I'm there for you, that I actually am empathetic to your situation. The next day I made a call to the mom, letting her know what to expect next and letting her know we're available for anything that they would need or anybody else that was involved in that situation. Hi, my name is Daphne. Thank you for coming in.
I was sexually assaulted for 2.5 hours at work. As a result of that, I was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder and started trying to find a way to sleep and deal with it. I did go to the police. The assailant was charged, and the legal process began. That was in 2011. So going to court was really tough. The first time I went to court, I had probably 10 people surrounding me because I had such anxiety I couldn't even stand up. For me to be in the room with my assailant was just impossibly hard. So it made me feel that I had protection. My advocate powerfully played a role of support, which sounds, when you describe it, like not that powerful, not that big deal. What's understanding, compassion, encouragement, presence. She was there for every court case that I had after her and I met. She let me know of everything that was going on. She gave me heads up of things she heard. She played the role of caring, and also she had access to information that I couldn't always access, so it helped me. Knowing a little bit, it helped. MC gave me her cell phone. I could call her anytime. I was on holidays and she was sending me information and sending me support. Like, we've sat and talked for hours on the phone. She gave me her time. And that was, I will always remember that and be grateful. And I assume that Daphne's in the same position.
We believe that we can offer you some good support, and we believe that you will find strength.
I think she's courageous and kind. The fact that Daphne's interested and willing to give of her time and her life speaks loudly to benefit our whole community. And I have a special place in my heart for all the people that are frontline dealing with crises. The fact that they're willing to be there really saved my life. And that's not just my life, it's my whole family. And outside of that, my whole family is connected to a number of people that they impact. So I'm grateful. It takes a huge commitment. Frontline workers, emergency responders, thank you. That's what I'd like to say.
If you or someone you know has been a victim of crime or tragedy and lives in central Alberta, please follow the information on your screen. I've been your host, Bianca Jade.